And just like that, the next episode has begun, or the final episode of the recording session. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist. This is like a video game, this is like a commentary. When we last left off, we were so close to beating Luke at me, or not beating him, beating Godot and getting Luke at me stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, without further ado, remember, you only get one chance. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination. Alrighty then, the last testimony. Here we go. Let's go ahead and save. Why don't we? You know, because I feel like if we press the wrong evidence, we're gonna it's gonna give us like an automatic guilty. It's gonna be kind of like when if you press one of Moe's incorrect statements in the Turnabout Big Top, you would automatically lose. Anyway, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction... I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. The date for what? We'll hold on to that. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. That is true. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. Cause he checked the reports. Apparently, the button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Hey! You know, at me, you know how you always wear gloves? This isn't it, is it? Or is it? Mr. Atme, about this last remark. You still don't get it, do you, trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. What? I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. That this scum was in Kim Board's office that night. Yeah, that's true, that doesn't prove it. And now, it's time for me to drink my last cup. Oh no, we lost! Yeah! Mr. Wright, I will hold you to your end of your bargain. Goodbye, you suck. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, that doesn't really prove anything, does it? Okay. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretations of the facts. This court finds the defendant Rhonda Light Guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Oh well. We will do this! Even if it's the last thing that I do, Mr. Phoenix Wright! You just wait! Just wait till I make my appearance, and then I will destroy you! It is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. Why the... Hold on. We can't present evidence, but I want to see something here. I will be coming to purloin the most priceless work of art on display in your treasure, Crudine Village. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Okay, so let's say that you knew that he was coming, because they say that he sends it 10 days in advance, right? But how exactly would you have known the time? That seems a bit too... We'll do it. Mr. Atme, about... Nope. Because, I don't know, you still don't get it, do you, Trey? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness. Because it was like, they say that we need to press, we're not supposed to present evidence, right? And I was thinking, well, okay, sure. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, maybe he would have known the date that, no, wait, no, but, yeah, sure, he would have known the date, right? But why not specifically the same? That doesn't really prove anything, does it? That doesn't prove that he was... Yeah, I see where I went wrong with that. Alright, whatever. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Alrighty then. Continue. From save point. And it is true that I was not at Lordly. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about... I don't know, like, if I press that, that's not... Okay, I had known about the data beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Light was wearing his mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Is he colorblind? Is that what you're trying to say? Zvati, therefore all the evidence points to that poor boy. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. This is tough. Mr. Delight was wearing that masked outfit, which is why he has no prints. The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. The button did not have any prints on it. Why? I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. I had known about... Hold on. Maybe it's just like Mo. Maybe it's just like Mo. Maybe it's just like Mo, where like you could sort of... I don't think this was proven, but I believe that when we were trying to press Mo, the ones where he was giggling while he was telling the story, those are the ones that he was going to tell a lame joke, which is when we would get fired. So let's see here. Okay, so he has his nose all snooty-like for this one. His nose is all snooty-like for this one. This one, he seems kind of, huh. But also for this one. Okay. And also for this one. Okay, so this, nope. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Light was wearing his mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. Okay, so nope. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Would pressing that really do anything? It's already there for all the evidence points to that poor boy. And for all I know, it could be this one. The most generic statement is the one that we have to press. The victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. I find that hard to believe, though. I really do, unless he was colorblind, but that was not... Sure! Okay, yep. You still don't get it, do you, Trite? This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. What? I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. That the scum was in Kane Bullard's office that night. And now, it's time for me to drink my last cup. Okay, yeah, that's true. I keep looking at this like I keep looking at this the wrong way, and for those of you who play the game, I'm sure that the evidence is pretty obvious, and you're just like, how? Press statement 2! What was statement 2, by the way? The court finds the defendant, Rhonda Light. Well, I'm gonna go by the 10-minute rule, so if I don't get it within the next 2 minutes, I'm gonna have to look it up. I really don't want to do that, though, because that is all. The court is adjourned. So I think this is the last chance, right? So I wanna finish this case for myself, but you know, because this is a video, I want this for going on for too long. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. This is statement 2, just for the heck of it. Nope. Objection! You still don't get it, do you? Right. This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. I said this before, there's still one thing you haven't proven yet. Can we please skip? I wish we could skip past it. That this scum was in Kane Bullard's office that night, and now it's time for me to drink my last cup. Yep. He just chugged that down. Like, it's really hot. It's really, really hot black coffee. Like, I don't know how any normal person could do something like that, but whatever. It's extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. This court finds the defendant, Rhonda Light, guilty. Okay. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at the higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. One more time, and if I don't do it, I'm gonna have to look it up. Whatever, no big deal. From Save Point. Indeed, it is true that I was not at Lordly Taylor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph. So that's not true. Brilliant Direction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Light was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Svarty, therefore, all the evidence points to that poor boy. They say, oh, okay. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the jewel. Mr. Light was wearing his Master Mask outfit, which means he left no prints. There's no contradiction there. Victim left. We know for a fact that this is wrong. The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? I was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once. Okay. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Rhonda Light. Should we press this? Like, this sounded wrong to me, but we'll go with it. Yep, okay. Time to look it up. Oh boy, I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to. Alrighty then, I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, so I'm back. This is the one that we're supposed to press. Mr. Atme, about this last remark. Objection. You still don't get it, do you? Trite. This isn't the time to be pressing the witness on every little statement. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot. What? Mr. Atme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. How can you say that? Let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Light was wearing his Master Mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. I'm sorry, whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. When exactly did we learn that the fact that Rhonda Light was dressed as Master Mask when he went to the scene of the crime? That was... It was just a few hours ago. Yep, that's true. Back when my sixth cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention it up until now. That's true, I completely forgot about that. That's right, the defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There is no way that you should have known about that. You were in the next courtroom being tried as Master Mask. So then enlighten us, just how did you know about that piece of information? Well... Come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Light was wearing his Master Mask outfit. Though there is one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out. Only one way, you say. Please remember, if you will, Mr. Light's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer. But Mr. Light never saw him. There's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme. It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Light saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to follow that the real killer had also seen Rhonda Light. Impossible. Detective Atme, you saw Master Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bull and assaulted Rhonda Light. That was the only way you could have known what Ron was wearing. Take a good look, everyone! Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself! Here I am, the tragic clown! That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. Oh, yeah. What an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Rhonda Light. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atme tried to frame Rhonda Light. He then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan, to use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth. Excuse me, I think this might be Rhonda Light. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him with the title of murderer. Don't ignore me! Oh, I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't he be? Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict. I know, you never committed any murder. That's right, I'm so glad you understand that, but I really am Master Mask! Huh? So, thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? Really? I guess it works like that. What was it you said? Double jeopardy? Now that you mention it, I've been careless. Careless? What do you think, Mia? As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime which he was once found innocent. Then, Master Mask is really innocent? For now. It would seem so. For now? Now then, this court finds the defendant not guilty. Yay! Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, that isn't so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am Master Mask after all. October 14th, 3:35 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 4. You did it, Nick. Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh? I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of lost these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Kodine channeling school? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother. You mean Misty Faye? Watch over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Well then, see you around. Mia. Ah, Mr. Wright! I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Thank you so much. No, wait. Nothing really matters anymore, though, now that all of this has stopped. Come on, just be happy already. Maya, you've been cleared of the murder charges and got off the Master Mask to boot. But, in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security information from KV Security, becoming Master Mask. I did all for one reason. For her. You mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KV Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. So that's why you became Master Mask. I feel really lightheaded for some reason. I have no idea why. Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. That's not true, right, Nick? Right. Really? Can we go back to the way things were? You'll be fine and Nick can prove it. I can? I kind of wish you would check with me first. Mr. Light, even if a bowl is broken, there's always a way to put it back together. Okay, so I guess they want us to be very literal here and present the urn. It's not technically a bowl, but it was put back together. This sacred urn! Desi was the one who found this. Desi was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife. She's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. Ah, there you are. There you are. Mr. Light. You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy. Thank you. I appreciate that, but, I suppose you won't want anything more to do with me, do you? Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really Master Mask either. Mr. Light, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away. But didn't you say that you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective. I see. My Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them, like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous. Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spend with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Desiree, you really do love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy, yes? I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well. Take care of yourself. You too, Nicky boy. I can feel my face going red. Mr. Nick! Mystic Maya! Congratulations! Oh boy. Talk about bad timing. Mr. Nick, how could you? With another man's wife in front of Mystic Maya! No, you can't. I'll never forgive you! Never! Ever! Well, at least we know why Desiree Delight gets too quiet. So, just as the case came to a close, so too did my consciousness. Well, this wouldn't be the first time that he was knocked unconscious after winning. Except for this time it was done by a 9-year-old? Is she 9? I think she's 9. 9, yep. In this case, Ron said a broken bowl can never be put back together, but I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before. Sort of. Episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout. The end. The Stolen Turnabout. A brand new episode has been added. We still have a few minutes left, so I guess we'll go ahead and start it in this episode. Save cleared stage chat up to this point. Yes, please. Saving, do not turn power off. Alright, let's go ahead and start. Recipe for Turnabout. Episode 3, Recipe for Turnabout. That's enough! This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. It wasn't me! I swear it wasn't me! The evidence and testimony we have seen and heard are conclusive. The victim was alone at his table when he drank... No, you're wrong! Who is... I know what I saw! I saw... I saw someone else there! A man! He's the real killer! That looked like Phoenix, didn't it? Is that Phoenix? I think that's Phoenix, actually. Why won't anyone believe me? What? Wow! I'd say that pretty much wraps this case up, wouldn't you? Mr. Wright? What? This court finds the defendant. We lost to Pain?! This court is adjourned. We lost to Pain?! How on earth is that possible? How on earth? I mean, he was a rookie killer, but no! January 6th, 10:03 a.m., Wright and Company law offices. Ah! The start of the new year always makes me feel like I could take on the whole world. I bet it does, Maya. So I've decided that our resolution should be, Svati! Take on the world! What do you think? Sure, whatever, Maya, but I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. Never! You've got to eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV or buying a board game. Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe. Happy New Year, Detective Gumshoe! Likewise. Now listen up, Wright, here's to another fruitful year of lawyer police cooperation. Yeah, me too. Alright, pal, you've got some explaining to do. Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective? What? Well, here, have this. It's really nothing much, but... Yay, thanks! Look, pal, we need to have a talk. Take a seat. Hey, what about Pearly? You haven't forgotten her present, have you? No. Yes. No. Are you doing this on purpose? Guess I'm busted. How did you like my first practical joke of the year? Very funny, pal. Now, let's see how funny you think this is when I show you this. What is it? A magazine? Hey, I want to see. Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense's attorney Wright trounced. Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday. What the heck is this? It's a report, pal, about you. Listen to this, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case. Well, and don't tell me you don't remember anything about it. But I don't remember anything about it. When was that issue from anyway? December of last year, which I guess makes it last month. What? Which makes it old news, you mean? But I wasn't involved in the poisoning case in December. So what do you think this is all about, Nick? If it wasn't you, pal, then that leaves only one possibility. No way! You don't mean... A phony Nick? This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. I guess he's starting off the year with one too. Magazine clipping added to the court record. So, what are you gonna do about it, pal? What do you mean, what am I gonna do about it? Well, it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case. My fault? How do you figure that? Because the Phoenix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of. Yeah, see what happens when you hotshots start getting too full of yourselves? But I didn't do anything wrong! At least, not that I can remember. You better make this right, pal, now! And that means taking the case back to court, get it? Sounds like we got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto. I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned. I guess that New Year's resolution is going to have to wait until next year. So you're taking the case, right? Good, I'm gonna head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal? I guess people are starting to know the name Phoenix Wright. If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I am kind of responsible. But why would someone want to impersonate me? What sort of guy would do that? Alright, let's go ahead and... well, I guess we'll do that in the next episode. Let's go ahead and save and end things off. I don't know if you could tell by my constant messing up of lines, but I'm kind of burnt out a little bit. A little bit. Just a little bit. But without further ado, I guess this is time to end things off, wouldn't you actually? Technically it's not, because I do have to account for the 20-minute, or the 2 minutes of cut out footage, but whatever, we're gonna end things off now. This is like 29 minutes and 37 seconds, I don't care. That was interesting, but now we have a turnabout recipe, and who was a person found guilty? Now, I don't know, or do I? Or do I? Now, we haven't seen yet, but yeah. Okay, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Let's just go ahead and end things off. So without further ado, if you like this video or this series of videos, please feel free to leave a like. If you thought it was cool, please feel free to subscribe and join the Elven Brothers today. Also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MegaShadowFist. I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. And this is MegaShadowFist signing out. Bye!